my insides. Okay.
Okay, you got it all out. You got it all out.
No. No, but I will patiently wait my turn to get it all out.
Well, relax.
You fucker! You do this to me every time! It's fine. But can you go ahead and can we do your segment? Because I have a whole rampage that I would like to go on. And I am going to patiently wait my turn.
Okay.
As creepy as that looked. Dear God, I should never do that again. Anywho, can you please do your part of the segment so then
Okay.
I can do my part of the segment? Because I have 2 parts today.
Yes. We got quite the story to tell, but yeah. It's Halloween, and because last couple of times, well, at least the last time, what we did was your breathing is very intense. Like, it sounds like you're breathing in a mic. Sounds like you got your mouth up to the microphone, like.
I am so infuriated with what you told me. Okay.
Do we want to do the rant before we do the? I think you need to get this rant out before we do the guess that horror movie based on the Iceland Kills song. So let's get your rant out of the way.
I can wait.
You sure?
I'm not helping my case. I am a big girl. I have my sippy cup of Mountain Dew.
It just looks like a bottle. It just looks like a bottle. It's not much of a sippy cup.
It's an adult sippy cup, okay? It has a lid. It is contained. It is an adult sippy cup. For clumsy fucks like myself. It's an adult sippy cup. Fuck off.
Alright. Well. If I remember correctly, last time you were 7 for 8 on the horror movies?
Yes. I was victorious.
At least 2 of them was because my poker face was essentially just every time you said the correct thing, so.
You fucking sucked last week.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll do better this time. Like I said, I'll just smile all the way through. But
It's okay, Massa. I'll do better, Massa.
So, give a quick recap
Am
of
I
what.
strong enough for the portion?
The Persian. Strong enough for the Persian. Were you trying to do that quiet? You were trying to do the silent burp and it all just. Well, we just took care of somebody's fetish.
What fetish? Okay.
The female burp, I don't know. People are weird these days.
Let me smell your burps.
I can tell you've been up for like 15 hours. It's getting close to bedtime for.
Listen, y'all. This is me when I haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep, so excuse the excessiveness. I'll dial down.
Okay. quick recap of the game. I don't think
Stop!
you don't hear what I hear. Because you did this, and it's like pushing all the air into the mic.
Oh.
So, again, all I hear is just. I apologize to everybody's ears. Like,
You know what? It might be a new kink or something of breathing in the ears.
what do you think people watch those ASMR streamers for? It's definitely not just the fact that they're only wearing. Do not like. I do not like. Don't like.
Do you not like? Okay, okay.
Now that you're not breathing into the mic. But, anyways, quick recap of the game. I'm going to give you the song title of the Ice Nine Kills song. And you have to guess what movie it is about. And I will give you a couple lyrics as hints. And at the end, if you can't get it with a couple lyrics, I can try to give hints if I can think of them on the spot. First one is Assault and Batteries.
Okay. Saw lyrics?
Lyric 1. Through a child's eye, you'll find it hard to refuse. A friendly, freckled face. Oh, honey, isn't he cute?
Next one?
You won't ever grow up. You won't make it past 6 because this 2-foot doll demonic doll will make you his bitch. I fucking love that lyric.
I love that lyric, but hint for 500.
Hint. What's a good one? It's about a doll.
Annabelle? No.
Nope, it's not Annabelle.
It wouldn't be Babadook because that's about a storybook.
It's not Babadook.
You won't make it past 6 because he'll make.
I just realized I didn't have.
I swear to God, dude, if it's fucking Saw.
It's not Saw.
Okay. Because I was guessing that all week last week. For some fucking reason, my brain wanted to go Saw! I was like, bro, you make this first one Saw, and I'm gonna punch you through the computer.
When Saw comes up, you'll know it right away. But it's not Saw. This one is not Saw.
I'm at a loss.
Want the answer?
For some reason, my head is stuck on like Conjuring and fucking Annabelle. And I know that's not right. And then I keep thinking about this one Russian scary movie. And I know that's not right because this is in English. What is it?
Child's Play.
That's why I didn't guess it. I hate Child's Play. Like, I hate Child's Play.
Child's Play
There
is
is, like... Go ahead.
I was gonna say Child's Play is the reason why you might accidentally kick your kid in the middle of the night.
Bro, I almost did! To
Oh, right.
my daughter!
Right, because
Because she had the same haircut.
Because didn't she also, like, really like Child's Play, too?
She and I and her dad and her grandma all sat down to watch the new Child's Play. But the thing of it is I had a rock that glowed like an orangish hue off the walls. And it's like 5 or 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. And you heard my mom contested for this after we were testing stuff. And my daughter taps me gently on the shoulder and is just staring at me like this. And she has the bob as the kid on Child's Play. And I'm like, you were greeting me with a smile and I just want to punch you because you look like it. And I am coming out of Dream World. No! This movie's now banned from my house. Speaking of which, daughter watched Annabelle.
How'd she feel about that?
She now wants to go to a cemetery. And she said it had a weak beginning but a strong ending. Her words exact.
She's quite the cinema snob we got here. She's what, 6?
Bro, she is Queen Diva. I have a feeling she's going to become an actress or a director or... I don't want to think about anything else other than an actress or a director. Possibly a book writer. We'll go with that.
Should be a director. With that sort of... It has to be this sort of way type thing.
I mean, she tries to be the director of the house.
Yeah, but that's all
right,
6-year-olds. Okay, so you're 0 for 1 to start. Song 2, the shower scene.
There's like 5 scary movies with shower scenes, bro. You got the and the...
Yeah, like there's a... The shower is pretty famous for horror movies.
Especially slashers.
Yeah, like they're built on it. Want a lyric?
Yes.
Lyric 1. I hope saying goodnight doesn't mean saying goodbye. Now under the pressure, we're journeying together, going down the drain tonight.
Swear to God, if it's it. No, it's not it. It doesn't have a shower. I'm thinking of drains. Okay, bro.
It does.
And
it
everybody
does technically
gets me
have a.
it.
Technically, it does have a shower scene. In the original It, there is a shower scene where Pennywise comes out of a shower drain.
I never got that far. I never got that far. Trying to think. It goes down the shower drain. Second lyric.
Lyric 2. Come on back, I'll fix you something. But be careful not to cross the line, 'cause she and I are sure of one thing. We all go a little mad sometimes.
I agree, Runter.
I'd say this one would give it away,
There's
but
so
if you
much.
haven't like seen anything from this movie, because we all go a little mad sometimes is a very famous quote from this movie, or one of the more notable moments from the movie.
Would it be Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Is that a horror movie?
I don't remember. I just know it was in a mental sane asylum. No, it wasn't. It was one of those low key funny, but low key raising awareness. Um, my brain is just not in it today. I need to get in it to win it, bitches! Shower scenes.
Want a hint?
Yes.
This movie is the most iconic shower scene.
That doesn't help. Alright. Stop thinking of foreign scary movies, Randa. For some reason, I'm just thinking of like Asian scary movies and Russian scary movies. Because they're better than American.
I mean, yeah. Korea's got some of the scariest horror movies I've ever seen. Or one of.
Dude, Korea shows, period, are so much better than American. Alright, let's see. So, shower scenes. We all go a little mad sometimes. Ghost or no ghost?
No ghost.
Okay. So, slasher?
Technically.
Technicality. It's not Gothica.
Because the
Um,
person, the director behind the movie, was more known for his psychological horror movies.
that wouldn't. No. Oh, we all go a little mad. Bro, I cannot get it.
Want the movie?
Yes, and I'm probably gonna punch myself in the face because it's probably something I know very well.
It's Psycho.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, that's why I said, though we all go a little mad sometimes, you'd only get it off of that part if you've seen the movie or seen parts of the movie.
No, that was on my list to watch. Remember we were talking about it last week.
Yeah. That's why I knew you weren't going to get it from that line.
Okay. I was still trying.
You tried.
A for effort. I get a half a point. I get
Okay.
a half a point.
Half a point. Half a point for Randa out of 2. Song 3. Funeral Derangements.
Oh. Okay. Line.
Lyric 1. It all began with a skid on the pavement. It ends here with funeral derangements. The flesh is living, but the souls have spoiled. The wrath of God lays beneath this soil.
Slasher, not slasher.
Not slasher.
Ghost, not ghost.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, demons, ghosts.
Deals
Is it
with the undead.
poltergeist?
It's not poltergeist. Deals with the undead, though.
Okay. Evil Dead?
Nope.
Deals with the undead, but not technically ghosts. Haunting in Connecticut has bodies hidden in the walls, but it still has several ghost scenes in it. Second line.
Lyric 2. They say, behind those gates eternal life awaits, but souls beyond the grave come back beyond depraved. With church bells ringing, I'll start digging, fast he'll never know he's missing.
Why does that sound like that one movie where the girl ends up like fucking like it was set in like old settlers times and fucking that
Alright.
wouldn't be it.
I know what movie you're talking about. That's not it.
The one where the little girl ends up like fucking needing to be like exercised or whatever. Not Amity, because that still deals with ghosts.
It's not Amity.
Second hit.
It's based off a book.
Stephen King book?
I'm trying to remember if it is. I do think it is. Yes, Stephen King.
Is it Red Rose?
No.
Red Rose. Wouldn't be Pet Cemetery. Wouldn't be Red Rose. Fuck, what's that one mansion one?
It is not Shining.
No! He has a mansion one where the group of friends goes into this like old mansion or whatever, and there was like science experiments and shit, but ends up like killing everybody and shit.
I don't think I've heard of that one, but that's not it.
And it wouldn't be... Is it the Room one?
No.
What else? What else is another big Stephen King? You got Pet Cemetery, you got It, you got
Here. Start naming off books.
Red Rose.
Just in between each book, pause, and I'll tell you yes or no. So one by one, pause, I'll tell you yes or no.
Pet Cemetery.
Yes.
Dude, that deals with ghosts!
I haven't read the book. In my defense.
They're undead!
They're
It's not
zombies.
actual bodies!
It's the bodies. It's zombies. Okay, 1.5 out of 3 points.
I got one!
Okay.
I got one, damn it! After a whole argument with myself.
All right.
I'm fucking dying tonight on this game.
These ones are a little bit more tricky for you. I can tell that. So, 1.5 out of 3. Song 4, The Box.
Lyric?
Is it pleasure or pain? All hope is hanging from these hooks and chains, but doubt weighs heavy, it's a paradox. Think outside the box.
Next line?
The sadists, the sinners, the absent of heart, on his command they'll tear your soul apart.
Oh, what's that box called? It's in like almost every fucking scary movie where like they like bind the demon to the box or whatever, and it's like I want to say it's Jewish, but I'm not 100% sure. It's tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue. The movie has like the little girl and the dad trying to figure it out, and there's like this little box and it has all the heebie jeebies and no. I watch too many movies without paying attention to the names. Honestly, I think it's just funny watching me try to guess this shit
Because it
with
just.
explaining what I'm trying to tell you.
Right. It's also funny because it just shows how many horror movies you've seen. And
That's why I don't like this round, because it hits like 80,000 of them that I have seen, and I
would you like a hint?
yes.
With the second lyric, part of that lyric is a very iconic from the first movie in this horror series. Is the lyric is "They'll tear your soul apart," but the actual line from the movie is "We'll tear your soul apart."
So it's a demonic movie.
Yes. It's a demonic
Okay.
body horror movie.
Does it involve a little girl and a dad?
I don't know about the sequels because I've known nothing past like the fourth movie. I
Okay,
know
fourth
that
movies.
the fourth movie does deal with a teenage girl and her dad.
Okay. 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 Fuck. Can I possibly look up the book? The book box. It's a book box.
A Davuk box. I think I've heard of those before.
The book.
Dabuk?
The book. The book. The book. Can I use Google and I will screen share if I need to prove I am not cheating?
Sure. Like, I'm gonna see it, they're not gonna see it, but that's whatever.
We'll go here. Yeah. Dybbuk. Die Book Box.
Ah. Gotcha.
I just said it so fast. Because I figured out the name. Dybbuk Box.
The book box.
Does it involve a Dybbuk box?
No. Do you want to know the name of the box that this is referring to?
Yes!
The box that is being referred to by this song is called the Lament configuration.
Oh, I never watched this movie. Guarantee it.
Ready to know what it is?
What is it?
Hellraiser.
Never seen it.
You should watch the first and second one. I like them.
Okay. I shall watch it.
Alright. So that's...
I feel so uncultured, but at the same time, I am listing off so many scary movies. It is fucking ridiculous.
It's like, I know all these, like, super niche ones, but you're throwing all these, like, super surface level ones, and I've never seen them before. And what's funny is half of these I haven't seen either.
They're over-surfaced.
Right?
They're like over-surfaced, so it gets like killed. Hellraiser just never interested me, I guess. Mom and Dad owned it. I just never watched it. I always went and played Pokemon.
I'd rather play Pokemon than watch Hellraiser. That's fair.
Hmm?
So, you've gotten 1.5 out of 4. Song number 5. Stabbing in the Dark.
Lyric.
Lyric 1. That when the hands of fate fall on the midnight hour, behind this mask of hate, I don the devil's power.
Okay. Second lyric.
Second lyric is, I am the shadow where there was once light. Bleh. I am a shadow where there once was light, strangling all signs of life. It's either you or some kid down the street. The choice is yours, trick or fucking treat.
Is it Trick or Treat?
No.
I love Sam.
You're in the right
And I
ballpark,
love
though.
him more because he killed a dude with a lollipop.
That's a pretty good kill.
Do what?
That's a pretty good kill.
It is. It's a beautiful kill.
But anyways, trick or treat is not it, but you're in the right ballpark.
I know it's not Halloween. Is it Halloween?
It's Halloween.
At least I got that point. That's my favorite.
Hell yeah.
Wait, is that the Rob Zombie one?
I think it's just referring to Halloween in general. It could be about the 2018 one, could be about the one that came out in...
That would not come from the one with the chick from
I'm trying to remember what her name
Freaky
is.
Friday and all that other shit.
That
The
might-
original. Okay, the original would not say that, but Rob Zombies would say that.
Well, it's not a
That's
quote
the only
from the
reason
movie.
why I
It's
thought
just
about it.
it's just lyrics from the song. They just like to, you know, mess. Jamie Lee Curtis, that's her name. She's a great actress.
Yes. She's a beautiful actress. Alright, round 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's round 6. You got 2.5 out of 5. So far, you've been keeping it like dead on halfway. You're scoring 50% here. So number 6, the jig is up.
The jig is up. Jigsaw?
I'll give it to you. It's Saw. I told you we are gonna get it as soon as I said you're gonna get Jigsaw right away. I mean, you're gonna get the Saw one right away as soon as I say something.
Bro!
But you see, the cool thing is now you
Okay.
can stop guessing Saw movies. You can just stop guessing Saw.
I know! It makes me so happy now! Which, by the way, just so everybody knows, that is like one of my most hated fucking. Like, the original was good.
Mm-hmm.
But I fucking hate the rest of it. That is all I had to say.
That tends
Minus
to be
like 3 kill scenes.
Yeah, that tends to be the general consensus is overall the rest of the movies are bad. The first one's good overall, but the kills strewn about in the other movies are really good. There's certain moments that are good.
Yeah, that's about it. Like, it has its one-liners. That's what I call them. When movies have their one-liners.
It's got its one-liners, but in this sense, it's their one trap.
Yeah.
Alright, so now you're 3.5 out of 6. Song 7. Enjoy Your Sleigh.
Lyric.
A mess of a man, his fate unknown, one drink away from a broken home. He can't give up, but can't go on like this.
Next lyric.
Lyric 2. Welcome to your last resort. Don't overlook the past. If you need help fighting peace of mind, don't hesitate to axe.
Slasher?
No.
Demonic?
No.
Zombies?
No. Granted, now that I think about it, it kind of turns into a slasher at the end.
Hint.
It's a ghost story, technically. And it's another Stephen King movie.
Shining.
It's The Shining.
Here's Johnny! Literally, when you said Stephen King and Axe, I went, yeah, I know that one. I did not live very far away from that hotel.
Also, with the last lyric, don't overlook the past, because it's the Overlook Hotel.
I didn't put that together.
Wow. So that's what? 4.5 out of 7? On to number 8. This one's a little tricky.
Okay.
The World in My Hands. And I'll tell you right away, this one's a little tricky because it technically isn't a horror story per se.
World in my hands. Okay. Lyric.
Lyric 1. He's made the cut, but she deserves a better man. I won't rust like the liars in Letterman. Hedge my bets, cause it can't hurt to pretend until the end. I totally butchered that, but whatever.
Second lyric.
So tell the town below, as death took hold, you watched helplessly. To hell with letting go, cause when it snows, it falls to you from me.
I've never watched this one.
Want a hint?
Yes.
It's a Tim Burton movie.
Corpse Bride. Edward Scissorhands?
It's Edward Scissorhands.
I thought it was gonna be a Tim Burton, but I was like, that is absolutely not horror. And then I'm like, wait, think about kids. And then you said Tim Burton. I'm like, okay, it's 2, because there's only 2 that involve snow.
Yep.
Like that. But if you want to be technical, there's 3.
Yeah, because the other one is Nightmare Before Christmas, and that even
It involves snow, but it doesn't involve snow like that. And Corpse Bride, it's basically talking about like how I want to love you, but I'm not yours, so I gotta go. And same with Edward Scissorhands. I want to love you, but it's not for me to love you. You
Right.
must find that on your own. The song of the lonely poet.
So you really picked it up at the end there, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5.5 out of 8.
I'll knock the half off. I was being goofy with that.
Well,
Because I still win.
yeah, you technically got more than half.
Barely.
You got 5 out of 8. Want a bonus one?
I barely won. Do what?
Want a bonus one? Like, no lyrics? I was just
Sure.
like, you should be able to get this one. It is the end.
It.
Want
Not
another
worth
bonus
my
one?
Soda.
Want another bonus one?
Hmm.
Rocking the Boat.
Swear to God, if it's another It joke.
It's not a net joke.
Okay, that one I don't know.
Oh, it's Jaws.
Oh, never watched it.
Never watched Jaws?
Oh. Just realized how much of a non-mainstreamer I really am.
When it comes to horror, you don't fuck around with the mainstream stuff.
But I can keep sitting here listing fucking scary movies to watch.
Right. That's the interesting thing with Ice Nine Kills, seeing where they're gonna go for the future. Like, they could completely stop making music now, and they'd be set for life, but if they keep releasing songs, they have to keep finding more and more niche horror movies to do. Like, eventually, we are going to get a Thanksgiving song.
That reminds me. I'm going to suggest this to our viewers and to you. On Netflix, you guys need to watch The Old Ways.
That name sounds familiar.
It's about this girl who was like somewhere in like South America, and she has a demon and like it's not scary, but the ending is bad ass. All I have to say, and you will understand once you know, is I'm not really good at it, but we're working on it. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. That is my favorite line in the whole fucking movie, and it's the last line of the movie.
I'm gonna have to watch this movie to get context for that.
I fucking love it, and I'm going to go for Halloween next year as one of the characters, and you'll know once you watch it.
Gonna have to give it a watch then.
So, did you find any new bands, bruh?
I did start listening to just today I started listening to the discography of a deathcore band because I'm gonna go to a concert that they're performing at soon. The band is called I Am. They're deathcore, but they've got some pretty nice riffs. They're pretty good. Like, if I pull it up.
Oh, yeah.
Can show yous that you know. If you want to look them up.
Okay.
But yeah, they're pretty cool. Couple bands that I would compare them to are ironically the two bands I'm going to see them perform with is Suicide Silence and Chelsea Grin. They're pretty comparable to those
Definitely
two bands.
worth listening to if them two are together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really all I got on the music front.
Okay. Nerd stuff.
I got nothing.
Low key been thinking about video games, but I know if I start video games, I am not going to bed when I need to go to bed.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I haven't been playing Baldur's Gate recently. And the fact that it stutters all the time because I need to update my graphics card. But yeah.
And I'm so absolutely excited to have another nerdy to play with. Makes me so happy. So, but that's about all I had about nerd shit.
You had a breakthrough.
I did! Why do you nerds gotta be so hard to talk to? Oh shit, that's me too.
Because people,
Fuck!
people make us feel bad for liking things.
Also, people suck!
People do suck.
Like, so much so that, like, this lady killed 650 men.
And that segues
Possibly
us.
more.
And that segues. If I can speak. Great segue, Randa. Is what I'm trying to say.
I know! That was beautiful! I'm getting better at it! Okay. My eyebrows were creepy during that section, and I'm so sorry.
She's got no eyebrows and then suddenly just...
No, no, what made me really happy is there's a couple of games that you were telling me you wanted to play with me, but I told you that I had to wait to get them.
Mhm.
We can now play them together.
Ooh.
So we might be able to set up a couple of streams. We might be able to set up a couple of streams of us just playing video games.
Yeah.
Because who the hell likes to talk all the time?
Right. Just if all you're doing is talking, you know, you better be talking about something interesting and be engaging at the same time, not just the two of us bouncing off of each other. Not everyone's going to enjoy just the two of us, sadly.
Yeah.
Too nerdy
Yeah.
for them.
So now we got more nerd shit.
Yeah. Now we got games.
Nerd shit. So there was a... So leading into my segment, before I get into this, I have some tyrant that I need to go on.
She has a tirade for us.
Please, sir, will you present the evidence?
Gonna pop it up onto the stream rather than screen. Not that. Not that. There's.
What were you going to pop on the stream, huh?
There's a perfectly good explanation for this. It's not. I'm trying to... Oh, it's a still image from Austin Dickey from during one of his streams. And what what was going on was we were listening to one of the former drummers of Five Ring Death Punch left the band due to basically a personal issue that prevented him from rejoining the band. But he started his own band, and he was the frontman for the band. The band's called... it was Psychosexual. Now it's Psycho Sinner. And the music's not good. It's like dollar store Five Finger Death Punch, but worse. And he was listening to basically their entire discography on a stream. And for whatever reason, he's like, yeah, could you just imagine just like trying to dance to this song? And as the song's going, he like throws his chair back and starts dancing. And because I was getting clips from that stream to make a video for him, I paused while editing on this exact moment. And all it is him just like... And because of some of the subjects that were talked about with the band, I put the caption on it, "Mom, can you come pick me up? Austin's trying to breed me."
Oh my. Oh my.
It is quite the oh my moment.
Anyways, evidence, please.
Yep, let me.
I have nothing to say to this. That is much worse than me whispering hentai.
So, we have this image here that was recently sent to me, and Randa has some things to say about it.
So, did you put it up?
It's on the stream. I can just,
Oh.
like, here. Let me just pull up the image so that you can see it, and I can screen share that with you. Nope, I want this over here. Share screen. Window. One go. Go ham.
Okay. So, here's the thing. I understand that everybody loves spookies. We all love spookies just as much as the next person. And I understand that most of you guys are probably going to be like, oh, nah, she rambling again. Click. Fast forward. That's okay, fast forward. But if you do like spookies, this is where I have a fucking issue, okay? It is obvious that you can easily replicate what is on this. You can literally visibly see the person taking the picture, visibly see that it took 2 different hand marks on it. And not only that, but it is obvious that you smudged it. Okay, anybody that has kids knows exactly what a smudge looks like. Okay? That is the type of shit that within the paranormal research, most of us fucking hates. Like, if you're gonna do it in a movie, okay, cool, that's awesome. But if you're gonna sit here and claim that it's fact and it's not actual fact, those of us that are actually trying to prove that there is actual paranormal activity in the world, we like to go through and try to replicate it ourselves. If we can replicate it, doesn't mean if we did or not, but if it's possible to be re-replicated, it is no longer evidence. And that is easy to re-replicate.
I think also your main point is it's also very easy to fake. All you have to do is put your hand on a window and you could very easily recreate this.
Yes. That's what re-replicate is. Replicate. Replicate. Whatever. Lack of sleep. Pardon my Englishing. But it frustrates me to no freaking end!
Quoth a very good friend of mine. My English no good.
Listen, I am so frustrated over this picture. I cannot English right now. Because it makes it very hard when there's actual plausible evidence that cannot be replicated. To actually be evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And prove that it is evidence. This stuff irks me to no end. It's no different than boy calling wolf. Crying wolf, calling wolf, whatevs.
I cry the wolf.
I cry the wolf of whooping ass. I may not be able to English, but these hands can move, bro.
His hands rated E for everybody.
All that comes to mind is I had an ex-sister-in-law that looked at this lady who was being a comptoir. And she's like, lady, I'm about ready to slap you. And she goes, You can't slap me. I'm pregnant. She's like, your belly may be pregnant, but your face ain't. I'm like, we're in a store. Let's go home.
That's okay. I actually didn't need these groceries today. Let's just check out.
So every time everybody's like, these hands are rated E for everyone or something along those lines, I'm just like, you may be pregnant, but your face ain't. Cracks me up every time. Okay. Anyways, so Renda's Dark Dungeon. I want to get like some shit that like goes on in the back. You know, like the dark, creepy, like cheapo, smoky look in the background effect. That doesn't work for me, damn it. I need one of those lighties. Alright.
They're really cheap.
But,
It's just
anyways.
it's just an LED strip that I got hanging on the ceiling.
Alright. So, Brenda's creepy corner. Dun, dun, dun. Beep, bop, bop, berry. Anyways. So, this is actually one of my absolute favoriteest serial killer of all time. This lady, so I'm a preference this for you guys. So it's about the 17th century, which would make it about the mid 1600s, early 1600s to mid 1600s. And as a woman in Italy, you would have to marry, and when that was already prearranged, you did not love this person. And quite often, it was very abusive. And the men would seriously harm the women. And they wouldn't have an out because back then they did not believe in divorce. The only way for divorce was to become a widower or a widow. Well, there was a lady named, pardon me if I pronounce her name wrong, it is Italian. As I say, Italian.
Italian.
It is Italian. And her name is Gualia Tofana. And whenever she was born, she was young. I didn't see how young, but she was relatively young. And her mother murdered her husband and then was executed. Well, Tofana had to get married again. Except for she didn't quite like her husband. And she also poisoned him after being pregnant to her daughter. And, well, they didn't quite agree with these things, and so she came up with a concoction that was either sold as makeup powder, or you had the choice of manna of Saint Nicholas of Bari, a special healing ointment that looked like a devotional object. And she continued to sell these cosmetics, and it contained arsenic, lead, and belladonna. Which, by the way, can I just say, Belladonna sounds like such a beautiful name, but it is such a fucking killer. Quite
Yeah,
literally.
literally.
Anyways, this concoction left it basically odorless, tasteless, smellless, colorless. There's basically no way in the 1600s to be able to detect that there was poison. And all they had to do was give 4 drops sparingly over days and or weeks, and it would kill a man, avoiding suspicion. And it even came with instructions written on the bottom of how to use it. And women would come in and be like, I am in a troubled marriage. I do not feel safe. And do you know of a cosmetic that would make me feel safe? And she would go, oh, yeah, here you go. And the thing of it is powder and the um, devotional object is not very suspicious
No,
at all.
very
Um,
under the radar potion of dye.
oh, absolutely. And she continued to do this for 50 years. Her daughter even helped her with her business. It was kind of like a little slice of heaven for women back then. But, and and from some reports that I read, a lot of these men would actually give the women some form of closure because as they're on their deathbed, they would like apologize for every wrongdoing they had done to their wife because here their wife is tending to their every need as they're dying and they don't know why they're dying. They're just
Yeah.
getting very, very, very sick over a course of days, and
Granted, it took them to be dying for it to happen, but
regardless, they got
it's
the apology before he
yeah. It was the 1600s. It took that to get those apologies.
I mean, nowadays you're lucky to get those apologies even then.
Suppose old habits die hard.
That reminds me. Um, but no, she kept it a secret. Um, and most of the time they would mix it into a drink or soup, whatever. Um, trying to make sure I didn't miss anything before I go on.
I'm sure you.
So the mixture was called aqua tofana. That was the name of the mixture.
Hmm.
Um, well, you would never believe how she died or how she got caught.
I'm assuming someone read the bottle and thought, huh, that's weird. This is supposed to be makeup. Why is there instructions on how to poison somebody?
Nope.
How'd she get
Nope.
caught?
A client got cold feet, made her husband some soup. As he began to eat it, she stopped him. And because this was suspicious, he basically beat it out of her and then turned her into the authorities. The Pawpaw authorities confessed and ratted on Tofana. They then, word got out that she got by the authorities, so she tried to take refuge within the church, but somebody started the rumor that she poisoned the water, and so the church kicked her out. And which that is when the authorities finally caught up with her and they tortured her relentlessly.
Yeah,
Um,
very
and
medieval.
she confessed. Do what?
I was gonna say just very medieval disciplinary actions.
Yes. Well, I mean, this is like at this point it's 1659.
The Americas weren't even being colonized yet.
It was right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Literally, while France was over there fighting to try to keep what America they can. The Italians are over here dealing with a serial murderess.
Yeah. That's really important too. Like ever world expansion. Yeah. We got this lady that's poisoning our men.
Yeah.
We are slowly losing men
she
at an alarming rate.
she ended up she ended up killing 650 men. At least. But sadly, both her and her daughter were both killed by execution in the late 1659. But I looked it up, and a lot of people continued to use this concoction for over 100 years, to the point that female actresses would have belladonna in their face makeup because it created that renowned dilated pupil, and it symbolized how women were poisoning the world.
Right.
But the part about it is belladonna over time would make you blind. And it's very, very sad time to live in, to say the least, especially for women.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm sorry. I am not sexist, but with some of the accounts that these women had to endure, sorry, man.
You
Kind
beat
of
your
reap
woman.
what you sowed.
You beat your woman. Yes. I don't blame her for poisoning you. Especially when it's, if it's a case where it's an arranged marriage. It's a marriage you can't get out
Yeah,
of. It's a marriage that you're being forced into.
you're being abused, tortured, not
Right.
including whatever else unthinkable acts of that time they could think of.
Right.
I, like I said, at this point in time, I'm sorry, bud, but you reaped what you sowed.
And the Reaper's coming for you.
I just, as a woman with as many freedoms as we have today, just comparing, you
Right.
know, there's still a lot of things that, I feel is, and I'm not going into political, but there's still a lot of things I feel as if a lot of men's rights are being violated, but a lot of women's rights are being violated in both directions. It does not matter what your background is, what your race is, what your anything. Everybody has to suffer somewhere, and I still feel like we have a long way to go for all groups to truly have right and just, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But looking back, men could basically do whatever the fuck they wanted as long as they didn't go after the church.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't
And
fuck.
don't go after the king, okay? You got 2 rules.
Don't fuck
3
with.
rules.
Don't.
4.
Don't fuck with the government. Don't fuck with the religious leaders. Wait a minute. Things
There's
don't
4.
change. What's name 4?
Okay, listen. Don't fuck with your government. Don't fuck with the church. Don't lie. Or don't lie. It's don't steal and don't murder. You can beat the fuck out of your wife all you want. But just don't kill her.
There's a joke about the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Don't. Well, that's all I'm gonna say is don't. But back then, it was very much, listen to these 4 things unless you're a slave. These are your 4 things. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Have a nice life. Make a life.
Nice.
Eat. Drink.
If you were
fuck,
lucky.
Whatever else.
If you were lucky to do any of those, good job. You're winning. If you're able to eat, if you're able to sleep,
Exactly.
there.
And
I'm
go
not,
to church.
I'm not making that. I'm not making that jokes. That joke.
Oh my god. So I sent that thing that I read to you about that one dude where he's basically like, just if you're gonna poison somebody, poison it within something that's natural within their like body chemistry or within their environment.
Right.
And I sent it to my mom. And you remember how my mom told you about her bat idea with writing sorry backwards? So when you hit the dude, it says sorry across it. All she had to say about that whole thing was at least he didn't steal my bat idea. We're talking about poison! And you're worried about your bat, Mom!
Don't steal the bad idea.
Listen, y'all. There is a lady that is old enough to say, I'm done with life. And be like, I got a bat. Don't steal her bat idea. I don't know what else to say.
Don't steal mom's bad idea. You will have sorry marked all over your body because she will hit you with her bat. Because you stole her bad idea. She will beat you with your own bat, in fact.
How insulting would that be? Just like an older lady, between like 40s and 50s stealing a bat from you that you made just to beat you with your own bat.
It'd be pretty embarrassing. Because, like, it's a lose-lose situation either way. Because it's like, wow, you just beat up that old lady with a bat. Or, wow, you just got beat up by that old lady with a bat.
Oh, wow, you ran away from an old lady with a bat. Oh, wow, you killed an old lady with a bat. Either way, dude's getting criticism.
There is no winning with the old lady
Either
with a bat.
fucking way!
Your dad's gonna have a good chuckle with this one.
I wish we could have gotten this last night with Bob on the stream with us, like we had originally planned.
Right.
makes my soul sad.
Sad, sad soul. You're an old, sad soul.
I am. But I think that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah.
Kind of not a real heavy, but kind of a historical.
Yeah, pretty historical. I mean, how long did you say she was active? Like 20 years doing that shit?
50 years.
50 years? That's 30 men a year. If it's 600, I think you said over 600, right? That's
So this is where it becomes kind of wishy-washy. Is like some articles were saying 600, some were saying 650, and others were saying that it was only 650 of what she could recall.
so it at the very least we can say it's over 600.
Yeah, it's well over 600.
Yeah. Cuz if it's only what she can recall, it's like, well, I don't expect you to remember everyone, and then due to the line of business you do, I don't expect you to keep records of all of them.
Yeah, like, and the crazy part of it is okay, so belladonna is a poison. It's a well-known poison. Did you know that they used to put it in children's teething medicine up until the early 2000s? And sometimes it's still found today in children's medicine. Um, but it's gotten like micromanaged basically by the FDA because parents were giving their children so many tablets and it was basically causing SIDS.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
And for those that don't know what SIDS is, it's sudden infant death syndrome.
Yeah. I can see where that would cause that.
Yeah, let's just. Oh, this baby won't stop crying. Let's just give it poison. But I mean, they did also openly give kids opioids if they whined and fussed too much as babies because of teething.
And the children used to work in the mines. They used to work in coal factories. Like, you can just go down and name list of things children shouldn't have been doing, but they were.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There for a while, you'd have like 10-year-old little boys, basically head of household, and
Yeah. Your your 10-year-old son's the breadwinner because the dad's a drunkard. And the mom can't work because she's busy taking care of a baby and the drunkard.
oh yeah, it was a very, very, very messed up time, and a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I could live in that time period."
Yeah, I hope you like the black
No,
lung.
you didn't.
You know,
I can't. I can't. I don't want no like little fucking caca looking over me while I'm sitting here dying, and I'm thinking it's Satan.
it's pronounced Satan.
Satan. Satan.
Satan.
America. America.
Hail Satan. Rain Satan. 100% chance of precipitating.
Like legit. So I was doing some reading, and apparently, the church for the longest time thought the Black Plague was Satan.
I don't. I wouldn't
Those
doubt
who
it.
had the Black Plague were those who had sinned. I was like, what? But
mean,
luckily, it wasn't widespread thought that way.
yeah. It's it is weird to think, but that is like how some of these stories come about, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like, you think back to like way early on to where some of these urban legends come from, and it's just like things that you could easily explain. Like, people always, like skinwalkers, you could like explain them off because people say, well, the story is that they repeat the last thing that their victim has said. Well, come to find out, I think it's ravens. Ravens are like parrots. They can mimic voices.
Yeah.
So you have that. But also, and I was actually thinking about this late last week, is bobcats. When you hear them out in the wild, it sounds like a woman screaming bloody murder. And I
Or a
have,
baby crying. They're
yeah, like cats in general make noises that sound like babies. It's freaky. It's also why
mom
your
had a go ahead.
I was gonna say it's why your cat will become a little bit more chatty or sound like they're making more noise after you've had a child. Because they know that
Mm-hmm.
if they make baby like noises, they'll get attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're mimicking the baby. The baby's getting attention
Um
because it's making baby noises.
there was my biological mom. She was I don't know how old she was, but she told me the story where her friend heard this crying, like a baby crying. And she went out looking, and then her friend never came back. And it was because it was a lynx or a bobcat up in Colorado had gotten her friend.
Wow, that's
But this is back in like the 90s where they didn't really have as much. Like they had information, but they didn't have.
it wasn't widespread knowledge that bobcats are an issue. Like there are people that still
Yeah.
deny the fact that there are bobcats and wildcats in Minnesota. They're all over the fucking place here.
Well, it's like whenever I tell people that there's black panthers in Mississippi, they think I'm crazy. And I'm like, bro, I had 5 of them in my backyard. I tried to convince my ex husband to let me take one home so I could feed it the bodies of my enemies. Because I was drunk. And then another dude ended up going to federal prison because he was bragging on Facebook. Look, I shot a black panther in state of Mississippi. Yeah, dude. How's federal prison?
Yeah, that if I remember correctly, panthers are a protected animal, so can't do that. Can't shoot wolves in Minnesota.
You can
Can't hunt panthers.
you can only shoot panthers if it is literally your last resort.
Mm-hmm.
And even then you might get prosecuted.
Right, because it's like, well, how can we tell? You're
Yeah.
perfectly clean. There's no scratch marks on you. Kind of hard to
Yeah.
say it was in self-defense.
Pretty much.
But yeah, like I said, the reason why I bring up the bobcat thing and why it was on my mind is because I had somewhat of an encounter with one while hunting one year. Because I didn't see it, at least I don't think I saw it, but I definitely heard it. And and apparently the funny thing is no one else that I was hunting with heard it, but it was pretty loud and we were all fairly close together. And when I started to hear it, because it sounded like a woman screaming, I froze. And I sat there for like 15, 20 minutes waiting for the noise to stop. And like 5 minutes after the noise stopped, I immediately ran back to my grandparents' house because it was on their property.
So, don't run.
Well, I didn't
That
run.
invokes chasing.
Right. I didn't run. But I briskly walked back. And then
So wherever the direction of the cry is, keep your face towards it. Like,
right.
don't turn your back, but keep facing towards it, and also start picking up, like, on your pathway, anything big. Anything that sounds big.
Right.
And start tossing it. Because Colorado has lynx, Canadian lynx, bobcat, mountain lion. I don't think there's panthers, but we do have bears, coyotes, wolves, Mexican wolves, which is basically a coyote and a wolf had a baby hybrid.
Sounds freaky.
And I will tell you right now, mountain lions don't bother me. Bobcats don't bother me. Fucking lynx. Especially them Canadian lynx. It don't matter how big you act.
They're like the North American honey badger. Or the
I'm going
honey badger
home.
of North America. They will fight no matter how big you are.
They will fight unprovoked. At least the ones I've encountered. Like, the ones I've encountered have tried to attack the car. Because we lived up in the ski resort. So it's not uncommon. I mean, Jesus, it was like going to town. There was one time where there was a bear getting chased by a mountain lion. And my dad's car blocked off the mountain lion from getting the bear, and the bear got away from the mountain lion. And that was a normal day. Elk would just sit in the middle of the freaking road. Whole freaking herd of like 20, 30 elk just standing in the middle of the road like, hey guys. Bears in your dumpster at any point. You always had a double look. By the way, it really sucks when the side door is frozen and then you gotta lift up the bear door on the top of the dumpsters.
And then you see a bear in there.
Fucking heavy!
Oh yeah, that too.
Fucking heavy! Like, that stuff's just normal. So you don't ever think about it. And I mean, they got these little, on the ski resort, they got this like little beanbag gun to shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
Just to shoo them away. It don't hurt them. It don't shoot hard. It's just a scooch kind of thing. And Lynx tried to attack the fucking car. Then the Lynx didn't like the gun, and the security guard ended up having to roll up the window because it tried to jump through the fucking window. After living in this ski resort, I went, fuck lynxes, bro. Done.
I don't blame you. Like, there's one animal that's consistently the one fear of me and my older brother is any sort of wildcat, this stuff like bobcats, panthers, lions, and, well, don't have to deal with lions, but just any wild cat scares the shit out of us because you will never know that they're coming if they actually want to get you. They're this, like people say, oh, cancer, the silent killer. You ever heard a mountain lion come after you? Or a bobcat? when they're hunting you, you won't hear them. You don't hear them.
And the freakiest part about it all is Black Panthers, mountain lions, and bobcats use the top of the trees.
Mm-hmm. They're tree hunters. They're pouncing prey.
They primarily don't stalk on ground.
Yep, it's literally death from above.
Watch how I soar.
Raw. Fucking fall. Just this wildcat falls on your head. Realizes it wasn't able to get you, so just scampers off. Fuck, I fucked it up.
Shit! I rolled a 1!
My...
The worst bobcat ever.
Me as a bobcat.
I vote to live in a zoo. Why? I broke my paw from jumping off the tree because I rolled the 1. What?
You see, I roll with a disadvantage at all times. Half the time I roll once.
-20. Dude, a fucking -20 or -19 as your freaking like dexterity check. You just broke like every single bone in your body.
Well, you took one step and your knee exploded. Your MCL and your ACL are no longer connected. They are now on the floor.
You know that big pointy white thing sticking out of you? Yeah, that should be inside the pink meat.
Should be inside, not outside. It's called innards, not outards.
What if, like, somebody rolled a -20 in the DMs? Like, yeah, so your entire body is just rubber.
You spontaneously combusted.
Without combusting.
Yeah, you're just a pool of jelly on the floor now.
All that comes to mind is Monkey Bones, if you've ever watched that.
I don't think I have.
It has Brendan Fraser in it. It's an early 2000s movie. You'll have to watch it because there's like a scene where he's all like,
Just melted.
it's funny shit. But I think I am pretty good for the night.
Yeah. I think I've just about reached my limit.
Yeah, I need to get to bed.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, guys, for watching the
It
Beep
was fun.
Bop Blueberry and
the pine cone.
Beep Bop Blueberry Baka Baka Beep Bop Blueberry Baka Baka Beep Bop Blueberry Baka 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 Beep Bop Blueberry. Subscribe!